Alright, good morning. It's February 2nd. It's 5 minutes before the opening, 6:25 in the morning. Bitcoin right now just found support at the 79.50 level here. In order for Bitcoin to continue higher, it needs to go above 9,900, which is right here. This is why I have two turquoise lines. More than likely it's going to find some resistance at this level and then continue down to the lower levels of possibly 6,000 even. However, if it continues to break the 99, then it goes above the 10.5. Well, then you should have a good indication that price may strengthen. But right now, with the decline that's been happening, it's a 50-50, but it is highly unlikely in my view that price would continue above 10,005. What I'm seeing is it may come to 9,900 and then continue down. If you look at that, what I'm saying on a larger time frame. I originally had this as this entire wave here as a triangle, to where this 4 was an A, this was a B, this was a C, and then this was a D. But a few days ago, when I noticed that price broke the level to where this couldn't be a B, then I moved this to a 4, and then this is a 1, 2. So I was expecting a move and a drop, which you can see this little small gap here indicated that this is most likely wave 3. With that being said, it doesn't prove to be the end of this particular move, in that it should have one more wave down, which should fall roughly in that 6,000 level to complete wave C, and then you should have a move up. So going back to what I was saying, although the 79.54, which was really I think 79.55, found support right on the money, it's still not a great indication that this is it. Price is either going to come to 95.01 or 99.100 and then continue lower. So that's my view on Bitcoin. I'm going to move to Bitcoin Cash, BCH. As you can see here, price is fine. It's found support right at the 1,000 mark, right on the money, pretty much, and it went up from there. However, it needs to go above 1410 and then break 1460 in order for it to be a signal worth buying. If it doesn't do that, then it'll find support, resistance in this area, and it will continue down. Let's see if I can squeeze my chart. I do have levels below this, but it's not squeezing. This thing has been giving me some issues the last couple of days. But yeah, there's definitely levels a bit lower than that. But right now, just based on this, it is once these levels have been here all week, since the beginning of the week, since Sunday night, when the market was up here. So these support and resistance levels are damn near fantastic, if you ask me. When you can put levels before the market is even here, and then you see the defined support there, and then continues up, that's kind of how you make money in this game. So it has to continue above 1410, or more than likely it's going to come back and try to retest this area, if not break it. So this is Friday, so in the next 2 days, for the start of next week, I will have more support and resistance levels. And let's move on to the S&P. You can see it had a bit of a double bottom at the 28.12 area. One or two things is that this here, it may stall a bit. The market is going to open, or it actually should be opening in about 1 minute. So it's either going to come back and try to test 28.20, then continue up, or it will break through the 28.20 and try to reattempt this 28.12. If it reattempts this particular area, it may be a pretty good buy with a stop just below the 28.06. That way, you know, if it ranges in here, well, at least it's not a bad stop to have at 28.06 if you were to go long anywhere between, if price came back down to 28.12 or 28.10. But it needs to break 28.42 for a real good signal to the upside. Last but not least is my euro, as always. So I'm expecting price to find a bit of resistance at the 24.65 level. The weird thing is that I'm not actually in this trade at 24.71. I had half of a contract in at 24.80, as you can see from my video yesterday. Price, this was over here. Price went above, and my stop was here at 25.31. So I was down a little over 30 pips. I ended up going short again for one full contract here at 25.15. So I'm assuming that the average that NinjaTrader is saying that's 24.71. But so yeah, like in one half of a contract, I'm up from 24.80 to 24.57. So about 20 pips. But then the other half of the contract, I'm in at 25.15 for you figure what, 35 or 40 pips. So it's definitely more than 18 pips. But the report, this was the non-farm payroll report, which I'd already expected that earlier this week, because just on this particular move, let me do it real quick. So hopefully this doesn't mess up my chart. Let me see. There's a way I could do it. I mean, if you just follow my cursor, this is the top of wave 3. Then you have a 3-wave move down for A. You have a 3-wave move up for B. Then you have an ending diagonal C. Now, this is on a 15-minute chart, so this entire move is A. Now you have a 3-wave move up for A again. You have another 3-wave move down for B. And then you have another 5-wave move up for C of wave B. So now this is another A, B, C, and now this is B. And then what I'm expecting is a move to the downside to complete wave C, which more than likely is going to come to around 123.20, if not 120, between 122.80 and 122.65. It's difficult to look at that on a small time frame like that, but when you go to a 240, even on the Ichimoku cloud support, you can see 123.80 as a support level. But then here, you also see the next level of support on Ichimoku is either 123.48 or roughly 123.20. But then wave 4 of one lesser degree is why I have price probably going to the 122.48. It just all depends on how the market wants to react to everything. I do have my first half of my contract I'm going to exit at 124.25. That'll give me 85 pips already profited and in the bank. So moving to just the last but not, well, it's not last but not least of our, I'm still talking about it. I'm expecting price to find some support resistance here at 124.65 if it already, as you can see, the candle's already turned. So, but once wave C of 4 has ended, if this is in fact wave C, and it comes down to this particular level or this particular level here, that's when we should see one more move to the upside, which more than likely, if you look at it on a monthly chart, has the potential to come to 128. And at that point, you should see a significant dollar strength from there. Hopefully this helped. I don't want to keep the video too long. I'll have more analysis next week. If you did not get a chance to jump in the euro, at this particular level, it's too late. You would want to see if it's going to come back here or here, and then you can go short. But trying to jump in right now between the 22.65 and the 23.95, it's a little bit of a difficult thing. I don't trade between the support and resistance lines, but clearly I'm expecting move to the downside. Happy trading. Have a good weekend.